So who was Sara Garten? Well, of course, we know she was a wonderful wife and mother, but was really her outstanding characteristic was her unbelievable selflessness. She made the hardest decision of her life and sent her 3 young children to safety on the Kindertransport to England, not knowing what the future would bring for her and whether she would ever see those children again. After living a frightening wartime life of many years because of that wonderful decision, she reunited with her children again. Well, that was Sara Garten, an unbelievable woman.
Okay, turn it off.
Stop.
Okay.
My name is Joe Garten. I am the son of Sara Garten, and I'm about to tell you a little bit of the history of Sara. Sara was born in Auschwitz on November the 15th, 1896, and with the family Fertig that then left for Berlin, she went with them. She was married to Adolf Garten on, I believe, it's 1922, in May 1922. Sara and her husband, Adolf, lived in Berlin until 1938-39. They had 3 children. I am one of them, Joe, my sister Celia, and my brother Jeffrey, who is deceased. My mother and my father had a very decent life in Berlin, but then of course the Nazis started. And in 1938, I and my sister and my brother left for England under the Kindertransport. So you can see what a wonderful character my mother had when she was able to take us to the German-Dutch border and said goodbye. That's pretty amazing. And then in November and January of 1939, 1940, my father Abraham and my mother Sara went to Belgium. They fled Berlin and they went to Belgium to live, and they lived there in hiding until the liberation, and they survived in the liberation. They were liberated in 1944 by the British. They continued to live in Brussels until 1949, when we emigrated to the United States. My mother, Sara, immigrated to the United States. Neither my father or my mother spoke English when we arrived in the United States, but they both quickly learned how to speak English. My mother wrote a wonderful English, spoke a wonderful English, and she lived in New York until my father passed away in 1956. And a little bit later on, she moved back to England to live with my sister, who never immigrated to the United States. And she lived in England until she died in 1969 at the age of 73. There is no doubt in the family of 14 children, the 14 Fertig template children, that she was definitely the best cook in the family. And to talk a little Yiddish, sie haben sich geleckt de Finger mit dem Essen. Well, this is a short video, and I hope it turns out okay and that everybody will enjoy it.
11.
Just press the